You're watching Football Daily and here are this week's biggest transfer headlines. Let's get straight into it. We begin at Liverpool, where talk of a future move for Borussia Dortmund star Jude Bellingham has been doing the rounds in recent months. With just one of the Reds' current midfielders under the age of 27 and 3 over 30, it seems the centre of the park will be the next area that Jurgen Klopp will look to address in the transfer market, following the success of Diogo Jota and Luis Diaz souping up the forward line. At 18, Bellingham already looks magnificent, with over 8,000 minutes of senior football under his belt already and an impressive 10 Bundesliga goal involvements from central midfield so far this season, just 3 fewer than Sadio Mane has managed in marginally more game time. But given Dortmund may lose Erling Haaland this summer, it may at least be another year before they decide to cash in on Bellingham, who is contracted until 2025 and is currently valued at over €100 million by the Football Observatory. Whoever lands him may have to break the record for an English player to do so. And another usual suspect has reportedly entered the picture in the race for the teenager. According to German publication Bild, Real Madrid are ready to battle Liverpool for his signature, with Los Blancos also expected to overhaul the midfield over the next season or two. With Eduardo Camavinga and Fede Valverde already in place, the versatile Bellingham could be the perfect candidate to line up alongside them. But Reds fans don't worry, as it looks like a deal for Fulham star Fabio Carvalho is all but done. The Premier League giants tried to close an £8 million deal for the 19-year-old on January deadline day, but were too late. And while he'll be a free agent in the summer, they will need to pay Fulham a compensation fee for development costs. According to Football Insider, an agreement has now been reached in principle for the Portugal under-21 international to move to Anfield, with personal terms already reportedly in place. On yesterday's Euro transfer talk, we covered the story linking Juventus star Paulo Dybala with a move to Serie A rivals Inter Milan, with the Italian champions apparently ready to make a move for the Argentina international. The expected departures of Arturo Vidal and Alexis Sanchez will reportedly give the Nerazzurri the required funds to sign Dybala, but the player is also understood to be reluctant to join a direct rival out of loyalty to the Bianconeri. And according to Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo, his preferred destination is Atletico Madrid, who are likely to be on the lookout for a Luis Suarez replacement this summer, with the Uruguayan veteran's contract up at the end of the campaign. Dybala would link up with compatriots Rodrigo de Paul, Angel Correa and of course Diego Simeone if he made the switch to the Wanda Metropolitano, while the opportunity to compete in a new league may well appeal to a player who has spent the last 10 years in Italy. And while Atleti are also interested in Inter star Lautaro Martinez, the cost involved in getting the 24-year-old out of Milan is much greater than soon-to-be free agent Dybala, with the Spanish champions reportedly unwilling to meet Inter's £60 million asking price. But do you think Dybala to Atleti would be a good move? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Before we move on to our next story, a quick reminder for you to subscribe to Football Daily if you haven't done so already. We put videos like this out every single day, so you really don't want to miss out. And while you're at it, why not check out our new series Team Talk after this? The latest one sees us go into a heated debate about who should start for the England national team. Anyway, let's move on. Over to Arsenal now, as the Gunners have been all over the gossip pages in recent weeks. Their search for a striker has now seen them strongly linked with Benfica sensation Darwin Núñez, and it's long been reported that they are willing to spend upwards of £60 million to land their Aubameyang replacement. But following reports that Real Madrid could be lining up an offer for left-back Kieran Tierney, it appears the Scottish international has multiple admirers. That's because the latest reports have Barcelona as a potential destination for the former Celtic man, who has previously been tipped as a future Arsenal captain. Any move seems unlikely. Tierney is contracted at the Emirates until 2026, while the Premier League outfit are in a much stronger financial position compared to Barca than they were a few years ago. They will be under no pressure to sell, even with the possibility that Tierney's head is turned. And while the Blaugrana are on the lookout for a long-term heir to Jordi Alba, the £50 million believed to be Tierney's price tag is surely out of their budget, considering they are also targeting more forwards. Meanwhile, Mikel Arteta may have another attacker lined up to arrive in the summer. While a centre-forward is the priority, PSV Eindhoven winger Cody Gakpo is understood to be in contention for a move to North London. According to multiple reports, Arteta is in pole position to land the 22-year-old, who is averaging a goal or an assist every 70 minutes in the Eredivisie this term, and is also being tracked by Barca, Liverpool and Bayern Munich. £42 million is expected to be enough to prize him away from the Philips Stadium, and the fact he can also play through the middle will no doubt please Arteta. Like Tierney, Gakpo has a contract that runs for another 4 years, but given he is enjoying his most prolific season yet, the PSV hierarchy may see this summer as the best opportunity to bank the highest possible fee for him, with technical director Jean de Jong suggesting he could be sold earlier this season. With Kylian Mbappé currently set to end up at Real Madrid this summer, PSG may make one final drastic move to keep the French star at the Parc des Princes. That's according to French journalist Abdallah Boulma, who tweeted yesterday that they could be willing to part with both Lionel Messi and Neymar to facilitate a mammoth new contract for Mbappé. The claim is particularly light on detail, and the logistics of shifting two of the highest paid players in world football, one of whom is rarely fit and one who is seemingly past his best, are surely impossible. Boulma claims that if satisfactory offers are made for the South American pair, then PSG will sell. But with no club seriously linked with them right now, this story already looks at a dead end. The other big transfer saga this year is of course Erling Haaland's expected departure from Borussia Dortmund, and there have been no shortage of rumours as to who the German club will target as his replacement. And according to online publication 90 Min, BVB could go in for not one, but two Premier League stars as they look to compensate for the potential loss of the Norwegian marksman. The report claims that Chelsea's Timo Werner and Man United's Anthony Martial, currently on loan at Sevilla where he has scored just 1 in 8 appearances, are on Dortmund's shopping list, with a deal for Salzburg prodigy Karen Adeyemi, which looked set to be completed just a few weeks ago, going quiet more recently. If Die Borussen fail to land the 20-year-old, then links with the Premier League pair may grow, and even if they are successful in signing Adeyemi, they may feel the need to bolster the attack further. In his second season at Stamford Bridge, Werner has struggled to hold down a starting place in Thomas Tuchel's side, and could be made available in the summer. Martial, meanwhile, is well known to want to move away from Old Trafford after what has ultimately proved a disappointing 7-year spell in England. But how much do you think they are worth right now? Let us know down below. We finished this week's episode with some manager talk, as according to French outlet RMC Sport, Rennes coach Bruno Genesio is on the radar of 3 Premier League clubs. The former Lyon boss has been a revelation in Brittany since taking the job 12 months ago, with the Red and Blacks outscoring PSG so far this term and sustaining the best goal difference in Ligue 1 as they gun for Champions League qualification. So it's no surprise to see Genesio's name in the gossip columns, and if this particular report is to be believed, then Everton, Tottenham and Wolves all have their eye on the 55-year-old. Everton's appointment of Frank Lampard is yet to bear fruit, with the Merseyside club still very much in a relegation battle, while the future of Spurs boss Antonio Conte is still unclear. Wolves are a more puzzling inclusion given the success of Bruno Lage this term, and the report doesn't explain why the Black Country club would be interested in Genesio. Valencia and Real Sociedad have also been linked with the manager, who also spent 2 years at Chinese Super League outfit Beijing Goan. It looks like the informed coach will be in high demand this summer, but with the contract running until 2023, he will cost to get out of Ligue 1. So that's all we have time for this time on Transfer Talk. If you enjoyed this video, why not go and check out Continental Club on Euro Football Daily, where we had an in-depth discussion of the biggest potential transfers this summer. Please leave this video a like and subscribe to Football Daily if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.